Hi guys, welcome back. It's Mrs. Peterson, that lady who teaches art, and we're going to pick up with part 2 of our logo unit. If you missed part 1, go back and watch that video, but we are starting on the page for proportion. So this next page is proportion, and our definition is when we change things having to do with the size of something or the number of something. So how do artists create this in their artwork? First, they might change the scale. Scale is how one whole letter compares to the other letters. So one big letter compared to small letters, or a small letter compared to big letters. Another way to do this is proportion. Proportion is how the parts of the letter relate to the other parts of the letter. So for example, having very tall, skinny letters as opposed to having very short, fat letters. Okay, so let's visually look at the difference between when we have scale and when we have proportion. So scale is when one whole is smaller than another whole, and proportion is thinking about the pieces. Is one piece of the letter tall and skinny? And that would be of each letter. So we'll look at some logos with that in just a second. A logo from real life that has proportion in it would be Adidas. So you have those 3 different parts that are different lengths that come together to make the Adidas logo. So let's take a look at how we might create this in our artwork. So first of all, we could use scale, having one letter really big and the others very small. Notice I use the same font on those. That is a choice you can definitely do. On the next one, I used the same font, but I decided to make the P larger. Sometimes our last name is more important. And I made my cursive capital E and A smaller. Okay, then we can look at proportion. We can make them very tall and skinny, thin letters. We could make lowercase letters that are tall and thin. Notice I kept them really ovals that are stretched up vertically in those letters. And then I could also make them more short and fat, stretching them out to the side. Remember, the boxes on the bottom can be used for anything. Doesn't have to be proportion on this page, just different ideas. I want all different ideas. And remember to use your initials, not mine, when you make these. Okay, the next element is harmony. Harmony is when it's a coherent whole, which that sounds like, what does that even mean? So I kind of wrote after it, everything makes sense, everything fits together, everything works together. So if I look at this picture, all of it looks like it's right where it's supposed to be. Nothing looks out of place. So let's look at some techniques artists use to create this in their artwork. First of all, they're going to use the same color, which is hue, or value. That can give a piece harmony. I can use the same size, the same shape, the same line, which we would call font. Okay. Then let's look at harmony in a everyday real life logo. Here is the Target logo, and you have concentric red circles, harmony with the shape, harmony with the color. So here is a logo that you've seen with harmony. And then let's look at some logos that have harmony in them. So first of all, I could do something where the lines all are the same value. There's nothing darker, nothing lighter. Just putting those little serifs on the end of your letters. Okay, I did the same thing with lowercase, just keeping the value, the darkness, the lightness of the line the same. I could do something that has similar shape where I make those letters really rounded. Okay, having harmony with having it all very cursive-y. And then I can have more of a typewriter font. Play with capital and lowercase letters for your font. See what you like for, or excuse me, for your logo. Do you like them all lowercase? Do you like a certain one lowercase? I really like them all lowercase for my name. Okay, and then the last one we're going to have in this video is variety. Variety is when we use diversity and we use different things. So how do we create this in our artwork? First of all, we're going to have different hues, which is color, or values in the logo. We're going to have different sizes, different shapes, different lines, or we would call that fonts, and then different patterns or textures. Let's take a look at some logos with variety. So variety is when you have different things. So with the first handprint logo, it has different colors, and then the same thing with the United States Olympic rings. Well, it's the Olympic rings in general. They have different colors, so that's variety. All right, so taking a look at this first one, I tried to use 3 different values. I have a medium, a light, and a darker. Again, you could play with uppercase, lowercase, even different styles of font you could do in different values to give you a lot of ideas, fill a lot of boxes quickly with that. Next, you could do the size different, go small, medium, large. You could try switching which letters small, which letters medium. That would, again, give you lots of ideas to fill in these other boxes. You could do different shapes. I tried to do a letter really round, a letter like a triangle, a letter really square. Now, depending on your letters, it might not be circle, triangle, square, but see which of your letters could mimic which shapes. And then I try to use variety in my line, one that's really feminine and simple, and then one that's more typewriter-y, masculine, like a strong, bold. And then this pattern or texture, my husband is a nurse, and this reminds me of like the telemetry monitoring that they do on the heart monitors. So you could put that line in there and then find a spot to put your letters. All right, you guys, that's going to bring us to the end of this second video. Join us for the third video to finish our logo packet. I can't wait to see what you create.